This conference will now be recorded.
Meeting's called to order at 6:00 p.m. This is a meeting of the Board of Assessors, March 18, 2021 at 6:00 p.m. This meeting is live in the Larry Hyman Conference Room and also GoToMeeting remote call-in. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 18, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order suspending strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Southbridge Board of Assessors will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and/or parties with the right and/or requirements to attend this meeting can be found on the Southbridge website at www.ci.southbridge.ma.us. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to listen, watch the meeting may do so in the following manner. Go to invitation attached to the agenda. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on the Southbridge website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of proceeding as soon as possible after the meeting. So members present: Will Canoyer, Diane Kokoska.
Present.
Okay, Fran Biscay.
Here.
Okay. Present. Do I have a motion to waive reading of the minutes from?
I make a motion to waive reading of the minutes
Okay.
from a month ago.
No, it is a month.
Yeah, the February 18th. So Fran Biscay made the motion. Diane seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor. All members voted in favor. The next agenda item is open taxpayer forum. There's nobody present here. There. Give me one moment. There is nobody logged in, so no open taxpayer forum. The next item, discuss, review the monthly reports for motor vehicle abatements exemptions. Oh, let's see. And we have a considerable amount. So there are 5 reports here. I'm going to review them, then I'm going to pass them down to you guys for you to review and sign if you agree. The first is 2020 motor vehicle abatements during the month of February. There were 3 in the amount of $274.91. Okay, then the next item is motor vehicle abatements during the month of February. Abated. The first one, excuse me, was partial abatements. The second one are full abatements. And there are 2 in the amount of $234.94. Okay, the third one is 2021 motor vehicle abatements in full during the month of February in the amount of $62.15. Okay, the next one is 2021. Bear with me a second. Abatements in the amount of, hello, $250. Now that would make a good meeting. The next one is motor vehicle abatements. Let's see. Excuse me, these are exemptions in the month of February. There are 2 in the total. These are for disabled veteran plates, $255.74. And the last one is 2021 partial motor vehicle abatements in the month of February in the amount of $2,077.33. So that's the summary. I've signed them. Review them, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and then we'll go from there. I'm not sure what to do with this camera, but there's Diana. There's Fran.
Put it on yourself. You're in charge.
Well, it doesn't cover all 3 of
You're
us.
not wearing a mask either.
You're right. I took off the mask in order to read that statement, which I know I wouldn't. It's like trying to read through a pillow. So I'm going to put my mask back on.
You take your picture.
Please excuse my youthful exuberance.
Sorry, we're more than 6 feet away.
Exactly.
You get vaccinated yet?
Working on it.
Did you get both shots?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
that's one.
Sue has been working so hard to get
She's too young.
to get an appointment, you know, and it's like she's on the computer all the time, swearing and all. BJ, he said, just wait till they knock on the door and they can't get rid of the stuff.
We're on a meeting, but as you know, somebody I know, at the end of the day, they had that leftover dose up near Boston, and I guess you have to be persistent. They were going to throw it away, and
Yeah, well, that's how my sister got it. She was working as a physical therapist, but she works at all different places. And she was at a hospital and they were giving them out and they had extras and they said, you want one? She said, yeah, sure.
I'm hopeful within a couple of months this will all be winding down.
Well, maybe, let's see.
In a couple of months?
Yeah.
I
I'm an optimist.
guess so.
When I went into the clerk's office, is Julie out to dinner?
Yeah, she's just stepped out.
She's going to notarize some stuff for us after.
She should be back.
I don't think.
That's not there.
No, Maddie's off tonight. But I talked to Julie. She said she would be here.
We have to go out.
That's all right. You know, coming in here.
Yeah. A couple minutes to 6. I went in that office and she wasn't there, but they said he went out to lunch or dinner.
There you go.
Thank you. And so the next item is discuss, review, and sign monthly reports for real estate exemption. So I believe I believe what we have is the same report in 2 different ways. The first is, and we'll sign both, this is still a new system, the Munis system, and the breakdown between the various types of exemptions isn't very good. So the first part of it is it's in the aggregate, grand total, especially after you have to make an adjustment, which we did. So there was one. So we'll sign that, and it's the breakdown of each individual one here. Okay, and whatever the accountant you want to use, we can. So the first one is in the aggregate. They total $10,237.66. But there was one that this report picked up, a real estate abatement that we had signed previously on an abatement list. So it's manually taken off here for the accountant. So the net amount is $4,862.50. In the other report that we do, it breaks it down to each individual one. You'll see it a little clearer, but
The world done with abatements?
no, we haven't really even started. We just did, which one was this? This was that one that was, should have been exempt for the year, that group home. So I'm gonna pass it down to you. No, we really haven't even started, but there aren't that many. It's a different matter. So this report breaks them all down by their subtotals as well. So the clause 17D exemptions, we have, they total $525. There is one veterans exemption in the amount of $400. There is clause 22E. Clause 22E exemption in the amount of $400. There is clause 22E exemptions in the amount of $2,500. There is blind exemptions in the amount of $437.50. There are elderly exemptions in the amount of $1,000. And again, just like that one, that totals the $10,237.66. But one of those is a real estate abatement that shouldn't have been on this report. So it's subtracted out here as well. Come to the $48.62.50. Okay. Pass that down. So it's raining pretty hard out there.
Steady.
Is snow predicted tonight?
Yeah, after midnight.
I heard something about it, but I don't think.
I think it's gonna be a wet, slushy in the morning.
Melt on the ground.
Messy, you know, just give us the last day of spring.
And, oh yeah, right. What's today? 18? Awesome. The next item is discuss, review the release of lien forms for parcels 4020, 4103, 4103B, and 41004. So, you all know what those are.
Oh, yeah.
So on Dresser Hill Road, the West family has 4 parcels there. They've been in chapter 61 and 61A since I believe 2006.
Solar fields now.
Yeah, so I don't recall the exact amount of solar that was developed, but it was put on one of the parcels. I think I have a good summary here. It was put on. May help. So it was put on this parcel, in the back here, that parcel, and their houses were up here. That kind of makes sense. It's Dresser Hill Road. So the solar was put on those 2 parcels about 2 or 3 years ago. They came in and they requested to take it out of chapter 61A in 61. They paid a rollback tax on it. We collected the rollback tax. We issued a certificate of penalty tax, but they never requested a release of lien forms. Well, now they are selling. They have a plan. There's a plan dividing this differently, but they're selling their house and barn, that parcel. And there's two little tiny 0.20 acre one and another one here, like 4,000 square feet parcels. They're selling that to somebody buying a house and a workshop and so forth. And they've requested release of lien forms on these. So they've met all their obligations. They paid the rollback tax, which we collected the back tax on. So I've prepared, actually there's a letter here. I may as well read it to you. So to dear Mr. Canoyer, this is from the office of Tom Brousseau, attorney at law, 90 West Main Street, Dudley. Dear Mr. Canoyer, please be advised that this office represents the current owner of the property noted above. In accordance with your phone conversation with Janet at the office of attorney Michael Gorman and State, we are writing to advise you that said land is under contract for sale. Said land, along with other land, was encumbered by Chapter 61A lien and recorded in Worcester County District Registry of Deeds in book 36599, page 345. The lien was released by instrument recorded in book 61592, page 289. However, the release did not include the map 40 lot 2. I stand corrected on the way I said that. Did not include map 40 lot 2, which has caused the title issue and holding up the sale of the premises. We are writing to request a new release be issued for map 20 lot 2 so that we can clear up title and move on with the sale. Please put this on your agenda as soon as possible for the next meeting, which is currently scheduled for March 18th. We need the new release before we can close. Therefore, we would ask that you to mark this request urgent. Thank you in advance for your assistance. Thomas W. Brousseau. So, yeah, so what I've done is I prepared 2 lien releases on the original liens, describing the property and with a statement on each one. This release is all land that was included in the lien. That's the first lien. Second lien is, first lien was done in 2005. The second lien was done in 2016. So I've done the same thing there. Kind of like re-releasing everything, but it also states this release is all lien land that was included in the lien. So it covers both. Any questions, or would you like to see them?
Yeah.
Okay. I like this table. The papers fly pretty easily when I throw them to you.
They do.
But they're all dusty. The table's all dusty. They're painting the hallways upstairs.
Yeah,
And
it looks nice.
it does look nice. And,
Didn't they just paint it like 3 or 4 years ago?
like 20 years ago.
I remember when they painted it. It wasn't that long.
I know, look at the color. I think it was when I first started here.
They painted it once, I would say, realistically, like 7 to 10 years ago, that bluish color.
No, it wasn't bluish. It was yellow walls like this, and they were maroon bottom.
Yeah.
That bluish color, we painted our office. The color that the halls are, I painted our offices that way 6 years ago. Actually, about 7, 8 years ago. That's what you're thinking of, Fran. And it's interesting because when we were doing our office over, when we were moving in there, I had to come up with a color. I'm looking at all different color charts. I couldn't make up my mind.
It's fine.
So I brought the color chips home, asked my wife, and then I asked my mother, who was over, and I said, Mom, what do you like? And she told me exactly. And I said, okay. So I had our offices painted in that color, right? And it's kind of funny because now they're painting the hallways, and I think the manager's office made the decision. They picked the same colors that my mother had picked, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So are you guys okay with this?
Mhm.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in here. We're gonna pass over this for the moment. We'll complete the meeting, then we'll go upstairs and just sign it in front of the town clerk and have her notarize it. Okay. So. I think this. Okay, so that one. So next item, Board of Assessors open forum.
I got nothing.
Diane? Okay. So the next agenda item, which is on here, if we had abatements, it would be to go into executive session to discuss them, but there aren't any, so we're not going to do all, of course. Next agenda item is item 10, adjournment. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Second, all in favor? All in favor? In favor. So this meeting is closed at 6:26. I'm going to stop the recording.